Welcome to the OmniSurveyor3D video tutorial for the asset database, asset collection and measurements. In order to view asset details, collect assets or save measurements, you must be connected to the database. To connect to the database, click on the Open Database icon. Within the object list, there are 3 tabs across the top of the window. The first is the Objects tab, which gives you the mileage, track ID, object code, description, unique object ID, name of the user that collected the object, the date the object was last updated, and the date that the object was created. You can obtain further details of an object by highlighting the object in the list and clicking on the Details button. In the Object Information window that opens, the Summary tab repeats the information from the object list. The Properties tab is information that has either been auto-populated, populated when the object was originally collected, or can be added by you now. Please see the user guide for full details. The Point 1 tab contains all the positional information for the point, and the Notes tab is where you can add any notes relating to the object. Across the top of the Object Information window, the magnifying glass moves the clip to where the asset is positioned. The printer allows you to print some of the object information and an image of the object. Please see the functionality guide for the full list. The X will delete the object from the database. The square opens a Google Maps window, showing the object's position within aerial imagery, and the Save button must be clicked if you make any changes to the object's information. The second tab in the Object List window is the Filter. Here you can create definitions for which objects appear in the object list. The Category section defaults to All, as currently, the other definitions are not features that allow their resulting data to be saved within the object list. Codes allow you to specify by the object code they are saved under. Clicking on the question mark opens a code finder list. Any code selected will appear in the object list when you click back on the Objects tab. You can also define the object list by track ID, user or date the object was created or updated. The Clear button clears all filters you have set. The Property Search tab allows you to view objects in the object list by any definition present within the database. Select a property name from the left column and a value from the right column, and then click back on the Object tab. The object list is now populated with objects within the selected properties. To collect assets within OmniSurveyor3D that populate the asset database, Ground Rails is used for assets that are located within the 4-foot and at or lower than rail height. Should the asset you wish to locate be outside of the 4-foot, please use Manual 3D. Ensure the video image is not zoomed in. This can be corrected by going to View, Zoom, Fit to Window. Move through the video so that the asset sits at the closest point in the camera. The best way to do this is to go 1 frame past the asset and then come back 1 frame. Select Ground Rails in the Locate Wizard window. Open the magnifier and select 4 times magnification. The red grid around your mouse pointer denotes that you are in Ground Rails. Pick the pixel on the asset within the video by left-clicking. The methodology of asset collection is predetermined by the project team, so all team members are picking assets in the same manner. Click Save Object within the Locate Wizard. In the Object Explorer window, select the appropriate asset type. You now have the option to add details to the Properties section. Once you have populated all required details, click Save. To collect assets in Manual 3D, again ensure the video image is not zoomed in by going to View, Zoom, Fit to Window. Move through the video so the asset sits at the closest point to the camera by going 1 frame past the asset and then come back 1 frame. Select Manual 3D in the Locate Wizard window. This puts a virtual red crosshair where your mouse is pointing. Open the magnifier and select 4 times magnification. Pick the pixel on the asset within the video by left-clicking. Again, the methodology of asset collection is predetermined by the project team, so that all team members are picking assets in the same manner. Jump back 5 meters and pick the same pixel as accurately as possible. Step forward and backwards, 1 meter at a time, to make sure the pink cross on the asset remains attached to the pixel picked and does not float. Click Save Object in the Locate Wizard window. In the Object Explorer window, select the appropriate asset type and populate the required information. Once all relevant details have been filled in, click Save. To carry out measurements within the forefoot, open the Distance Measuring tool, either via the View menu or by pressing F2. Ensure the video image is not zoomed. Move through the video so the point you are measuring from is at the closest point to the camera as possible. Again, best practice is to move 1 frame past the desired point and then back 1 frame. Select Ground Rails in the Locate Wizard and open the magnifier to 4 times magnification. Pick the desired pixel by right-clicking. You should now see a red cross in the video rather than the pink when collecting assets. Move through the video so that the point you are measuring to is as close to the camera as possible. Pick the second pixel as accurately as possible by right-clicking. You should now see a green cross. The Distance Measuring tool window will now be populated with the various measurements, along with the positional information for both of the pixels picked. A true directionally horizontal or vertical measurement can be obtained by following the same procedure for picking the first pixel and then holding down the Shift key prior to picking the second pixel. For measurements outside of the forefoot, open the Distance Measuring tool via the View menu or pressing F2. Ensure the video image is not zoomed in. Move through the video so that the point you are measuring from sits at the closest point to the camera. Again, by going 1 frame past the point and back into view again. Select Manual 3D in the Locate Wizard and open the magnifier to 4 times magnification. Pick the desired pixel accurately, remembering to right-click. Jump back 5 meters. Pick the same pixel again, as accurately as possible, remembering to right-click. Step forwards and backwards 1 meter at a time to ensure that the red cross remains in place and does not float. Move through the video so that the point you are measuring to sits as close to the camera as possible. Pick the pixel by right-clicking. Jump back 5 meters and pick the same point again by right-clicking. Check for any float. The Distance Measuring tool window will now be populated with the various measurements, along with the positional information for both of the pixels picked. A true directionally horizontal or vertical measurement can be obtained by following the same procedure for picking the first pixel, and then holding down the Shift key prior to picking the second pixel. Right-clicking in 2 asset boxes when in Highlight and Identify mode will also provide you with measurements between the 2 assets. This will save you a lot of time if you are measuring between 2 assets already collected.